The Crimson Guest. The storm had chased Father Armand through the forest like a hound, snapping at his heels with wind and sleet. His lantern flickered violently in the gale, barely illuminating the crooked path. The Abbey of St. Lyria had been a gray smudge on the horizon before it vanished behind the trees. He had strayed too far from sanctuary. Lightning split the sky, revealing a silhouette ahead. Black iron gates twisted with vines. Beyond them loomed a mansion swallowed in ivy, its windows glinting like a row of silent eyes. He had never seen it before. It was not on the maps. It stood where no road led, nestled in a valley that the monks called La Gorge Oubliée, the Forgotten Throat. Yet it was shelter, and the cold was biting deeper. The gates creaked open without touch. Armand hesitated. He was a man of faith, yes, but he was also a man of flesh, and flesh grew weak in the cold. He crossed the threshold. Inside, the mansion bloomed with velvet shadows and candlelight. The warmth was immediate, unnatural, as though the hearths burned memories instead of logs. The carpet swallowed his steps. Gilded mirrors lined the walls, but his reflection wavered, as if the glass resisted the truth of him. Then came the voice. "Welcome, traveler." A woman stood at the foot of the grand staircase. Her gown was the color of old roses, faded but rich. Her skin was the pale of fallen snow. She did not smile, but her lips were curved like they remembered how. "I am Lady Virel," she said. "You look half dead." Armand removed his hood. "I was caught in the storm. I beg pardon for—" "No need." Her voice curled like smoke. "This house finds those it chooses. Come, be warm." He followed her to a sitting room that throbbed with low firelight. A glass of red wine waited for him. She gestured delicately. "I'm afraid the servants have retired for the evening, but I will see to your comfort." The wine was cloying, metallic, but it wrapped his limbs in warmth. Lady Virel sat across from him, her eyes like candle flames. "You're a priest," she said. "Yes, of St. Lyria." She nodded slowly. "I remember Lyria, a beautiful girl, soft-spoken, always praying for rain." "You knew her?" "I knew many things. Once." Armand's fingers tightened around the stem of the glass. He did not like the past tense in her voice. It had the ring of centuries. That night, he was given a room in the east wing. The door groaned when he closed it, as though it sighed under the weight of memory. He tried to pray, but the words faltered. There was something about the house, something watching. His dreams were fevered. He stood in the abbey chapel, but it was filled with blood instead of incense. Candles wept black wax. Behind the altar stood Lady Virel, her mouth red with something thicker than wine. He awoke before dawn to whispers in the walls. The next day passed in strange ritual. Lady Virel did not eat, but offered him fruit, bread, more wine. She showed him the library, where books crumbled at his touch, and the garden, where night-blooming flowers curled under grey daylight. He asked about her lineage. She smiled, but said nothing. He asked how she maintained the estate alone. Her smile deepened. This house obeys the one who remembers its name. And what name is that? She touched his face lightly. You wouldn't pronounce it. On the third night, Armand found the cellar door ajar. He should have ignored it, but some ember of dread or duty pushed him onward. He descended. The steps were slick with moss. The air was thick with iron. At the base of the stairs, torches lit themselves with a hiss. He found tombs. Dozens, lined like pews. Some bore no names. Others carried faded engravings. Virel, Virel, Virel. And one, newer, cleaner, read, Armand Virel. His heart stopped. The stone was cold to his fingers, but he touched it anyway, unbelieving. A presence stirred behind him. You found your inheritance, she said. He turned. Lady Virel stood in the torchlight, her eyes not human now, black as coals with a glimmer of red beneath. What is this? He asked. What have you done? I've only waited. The blood remembers, and now the last of the line has returned. She stepped forward. Her feet made no sound. You are Virel by birth. The monks found you as a babe and named you Armand, but your true name was taken to protect you. No, he whispered. I serve God. And God is not here. She opened her mouth. Her teeth were long, delicate. Wrong. You have her eyes, she said softly. Your mother begged me to spare you. You're lying. I kept my promise. She reached toward him. Drink again. One more sip and it will waken you. The sleep of centuries, the slow blood, the night song. You'll see it all. You'll remember. He fled. The storm was gone, but the forest felt even darker than before. Trees clawed at him as he ran. Somewhere behind, he thought he heard her voice, not shouting, just murmuring. You'll come back. They always come back. He reached the abbey gates as dawn broke. Armand never spoke of what he saw, but he fasted more, prayed harder, refused wine, refused sleep. Years passed. And then, on the night of a blood moon, the monks found his bed empty. They searched the forest for days but found no tracks. Only a broken rosary at the edge of a clearing, and far beyond, a set of open gates, twined with ivy. Some say the house still stands, where no road leads. Some say it moves, choosing who may enter. And some say that if you knock 3 times and whisper a name you've never spoken before, Lady Varel will greet you at the door, and you'll never leave again.